In this video, I'm going to be cooking a beet ravioli, as I talked about a few days ago on my channel. It was pretty fun to make. I've never made ravioli before, but I've made pasta before. It's definitely not a guide on how to be good at making pasta, but it ended up pretty good. I'm attaching a little video here of a plate I dished for my dad, I believe, where I added more Parmesan cheese and put some arugula on top. You can see it on your screen now. And yeah, that one turned out a lot better than the one I made for myself. My main problem was cutting the pasta. It was really uneven. I made some other mistakes too, but yeah, also I look a bit fat in the video, but it's probably just because I didn't drink enough water. That helps make your face less fat. So I apologize for fat face, but I probably should have showered too. I just looked kind of dirty, so I apologize for that. But yeah, enjoy the video. I enjoyed making it, and they never get old. I've never made ravioli before, but I've made fresh pasta, so hopefully it all works out. And if it doesn't, I think it'll still be a good video. I've had to prepare a few things off camera just to save time, I guess, or it's mainly because I haven't been alone in the house, so I didn't want to record it if there were people around here. And I was gonna say one more thing, but I forget. Anyway, I should say that I don't have a cameraman, so sometimes it might not be super clear what I'm doing, but I'll do the best I can. But we'll start right here with the food processor, which you can see. And you can't really see my face, so I'm gonna slightly, I don't know if you want to see my face. It's not the best, but. So first thing you're gonna do is put in a bit of salt into the flour, which is already, the flour's already in there. Give me 1 second, my dog Stanley wants to go out. Alright, maybe we'll get a Stanley cameo later. And then we got other things we need to do here. You need about 1 tablespoon of olive oil, and this is with 250 grams of flour. And, there are different ways of making pasta dough. This is a recipe I got from Gordon Ramsay's cookbook. It's called 3-Star Chef. Then he uses 2 full eggs to 3 just yolks. So here are the yolks going in. And here are the full eggs. And now, this is the part where I'm not exactly sure how much I should use, but this is the beet juice, and I basically got this by blending a cooked beet in a blender with some water, and then I passed it through a sieve to get just the juice. And I don't know how much we want. We certainly don't want the pasta to be too wet. We don't want it to be too dry either. Also, we may not want it to be too beety. So, put this on, and then you do this for 20 seconds. Okay, that's definitely clumped together a lot more than normal pasta. Now I've cleaned this beforehand, this whole counter. And what you do, give me 1 second. What you do is you put some flour down, right on here. Give me 1 minute. I need to show you guys this, but I don't want to mess up my camera, so I'm using a paper towel. Give me 1 minute. So there's the flour, as you can see, and then I gotta get my dough, which is pretty wet compared to normal pasta, because we put all that stuff in it. And so just knead it for a few seconds, not a few seconds, but like a minute. Since this is a bit wet, we need to work some flour through it so it doesn't stay wet and sticky. You don't want it to be too dry. I'm not an expert on pasta making, but these are things I've heard. Okay, now we have this ball, and what we do with this is we put it in a plastic wrap, but obviously my hands are pretty dirty, so I'm going to quick go wash them, but I'll cut and come back with the plastic wrap. So next we got to make the filling, and so I thought what would go well is I looked through an Italian cookbook and I found this like filling with prunes and dates, which are a bit sweet, and then you combine it with 1 second. Ricotta cheese, and that makes the filling, and it's sort of gonna be like slightly sweet, but also not like too sweet, so where it's almost like a dessert. But since beets have that little bit of sweetness, I wanted to continue that, but also balance it with the cheese. And we're going to use some salt. So first step, we got to cut up these dates and prunes, which I've boiled these for a bit. I've like really never cooked with any of this stuff. I'm just gonna, roughly chop it. I'm not gonna make you sit through this whole thing, but kind of like that. But I'm gonna cut them down the other way too. All right, we'll fast forward. All right, so I've chopped up all the dates and what are they called? Prunes. And now I put the cheese in. And you need salt in life and cooking. So many people seem to be allergic to salt. Not literally, but in terms of how they cook. And another thing people are allergic to, especially people, I don't know, of an older generation, even like my mother's age, is tasting food. But I've taught her, you need to taste the food before you make it. Like me, I'm going to be tasting this to make sure it's seasoned correctly and it tastes good. But look how nice that's looking. That's going to be filling the ravioli. It's going to be fantastic.
I hope, at least. I don't claim to be, I certainly don't claim to be a chef, which is like a professional cook. I'm definitely not that, but I don't even say I'm a good cook necessarily. I think I have a high standard for food, and when I try, I can really make some good food. I think I do have a good palate. I think I know what tastes good and what doesn't. I think I know great restaurants. One thing I know is you need to taste your food. What are you doing, Stanley? Alright, he's messing around over there. That's actually very good. It's delicious. Needs a bit more salt. Question is, do we put pepper in the mixture, or do we just wait till the pasta? I think a bit of pepper would do. Just a bit. It's really delicious. Perfect. So, this is our filling. Got like 10 more minutes before I have to start rolling the pasta dough. And hopefully I can do the camera in a way where you can see it. But after we do all that stuff, we just have to boil it, and then you just like sort of serve it with some butter in a pan and put some Parmesan cheese on top, which will help, you know, counteract the sweetness a little bit. Very good. I think it's going to turn out good. Alright, so off camera I've got it out of the fridge, and I've split it into two pieces like this. And now the way a pasta maker works, well, first of all, you need to put some flour on it. And the way it works is you basically start from, you can't see it, but there's a little, here I'll show you. Ah, fuck. I'm just getting flour on my camera. You see this like knob here? You go from 0 to like level 5 or 6, and it keeps getting thinner as you go up. But we do like level 0, I think like 2 or 3 times, so I hope you can kind of see what it is. There's a big crank on this side. Alright, so let's do that. So like I said, well, give me 1 second. Let me just flour this area. So we're gonna go there after. So do level 0 a few times. I gotta bring the flour over here, because you need to flour the dough if it's a bit too wet. And like I said, I'm still very new to this. I've only done it a few times. I actually enjoy it. There's a lot of things in cooking I don't enjoy. Ultimately, I do it for the taste. I'm a bit of a fatty, I guess. And so that was level 3. We did 3 times, so now we go to level 1. Yeah, so there's a lot of things in cooking that I actually don't like and I don't enjoy. Mainly it's the cleaning, but I'm saying like different types of foods that I don't like to make. But pasta is one of the few things that actually kind of calms me down in life. I love Italy. I love Italian food. So, I mean like real Italian food. Remember Canaletto and Fashion Island? Some good memories there. You can't see it, but this whole dough is just getting longer and thinner. So we're on level 3. And I will skip the other one so you don't have to watch the same thing twice, or maybe you're bored and you want to skip ahead. I don't know. Whatever you want. And it feels like it should be ripping, but it hasn't quite yet. We're going to stop at level 5 because I don't know if my level of experience can go to level 6 quite yet. It looks like it's like a fruit roll-up. It's insane. It's huge. Okay, I'm gonna stop at 5. That's enough for me. Sorry. I just need to cut this in half off camera for a second. Okay. So essentially, once we've cut it in half, oh my gosh, this is just freaking, I really don't want to rip it. I'm so sorry you can't see it. It's like a big fruit roll-up. So we now have, because I cut it in half, we now have 2 pieces that will be like the front of the ravioli and the back of the ravioli. So, like I said, we'll cut, and I will do this off camera, the second half, but I want to show you what I mean before we do that. So this is like the fruit roll up, and you see like this will be the bottom half, this will be the top half. As you can see, it's not perfect because I'm not a great pasta maker, but like I said, I do enjoy it. And I will see you after I'm done with this. So we're all done. The other side went a lot faster than the first side. Now we get to filling with the filling. And the second batch I did is a bit thicker, but you know, through accepting imperfection, we can find perfection in cooking, at least. I stole that from a chef I like, that line. So I'm gonna do like, I don't know, you think that's too much? It's probably, oh shit, some dropped. I'll do a little bit less, like this much. This much seems good. I know you're gonna have a hard time seeing this, but we're just going to put filling on the ravioli on the bottom side, like I said. And honestly, I don't know much about spacing of ravioli. I'm probably doing it too little or too much, but I'm gonna do my best. Maybe a few of them will be too full. Maybe a few of them will be not full enough. You want to try not to have any splits in the dough. I know that. But marching on here, and I will let you go for a bit, and then we will cut to the time where I'm trying to seal them, which will be a bit harder. So see you. Oh, I thought I wasn't recording. That's awkward. Anyway, I'll see you in a second. Alright, so as you can see, they're all in. But this is the harder part. Especially because I think this strip is not as long as the bottom half. So hopefully it all works out. So I'm gonna put some flour on my hands. I'm gonna try to pick this up. Ugh. I did not flour the counter enough because it's sticking a bit. Like I said, we're not doing perfection here. We're just doing the best we can. Oh yeah. These are too small. Okay, well I'm gonna try to do this a bit better. Let's see if we can do it. As you can see, I put it on the top here. And then you just, how do I do this? Okay, just press around each ravioli. It's a bit of sticking, so I think you're supposed to put more flour. Yeah, that's better. So use your fingers. If you feel any sticking, add some flour. And watch what we do when we've done with this. Don't think it's over yet. There's a way to seal it properly. Maybe I was meant to be Italian in another life because I genuinely enjoy making pasta. Okay, so these are the ones I was saying there's not enough pasta, but we can make it work. It's a little bit thin here. Like I said, we're just trying to make... This is really just my first time. Like, see, this one's totally messed up. I'll have to cut that out. It's leaking. There's not enough pasta on the top. So that one will be cut out, and the way the cutting works is like this. Use one of these rollers and it seals it for you and gives it that little design. So, like, look at that. Okay, gotta be careful. I've never done this before. Maybe we should do all of them first. Oh yeah, that's the one that's broken. These are gonna be really, really uneven. But guys, you gotta give me a break. I'm not the most artistic person. Stuff like this I struggle with. Making straight lines. You know, being patient. Oh, that might have been a bit close to the filling. Not very artistic. I think some things I am, but not in the sense of like being able to be an artist in the traditional sense, so I can struggle sometimes. Alright, now that we cut all this, we peel away the dough. If I was to redo this, I would definitely add less beet juice because it's too wet. It's coming away, but not very well. Sticking to the board. Partially my fault once again, because of I didn't flour. Well, I say partially, I mean it's totally my fault. Is it recording? Okay, good. It's hard to tell. So, other than the fact that the stuff is sticking, I'm gonna grab a spatula. Because I really don't want to rip this. So that came off without tearing. I'll put some flour on it too. As you can see, it's an imperfect little ravioli. And I'll put a place over here for the ravioli to sit. Alright, I'll finish this and we'll go to the boiling. So those are my 7 pieces, and we're gonna boil them for about 3 minutes. Fresh pasta takes way shorter. Sorry, I am stressed. Anyway, I don't know if you can see this very well, but oh, okay, it's very zoomed in. So this has been boiling for like 30 seconds or so. We're gonna let it boil. We're definitely not perfect, like I said. You gotta like take this in context. I've never made ravioli before. And also I'm just pretty new to making pasta, but we've got the butter going in the other hand. We're gonna just like toss this in some butter and a bit of pasta water too, which is used in all good Italian cooking because it's got a lot of starch in it. So this is supposed to end at 2 minutes. And I'm running out of battery too. Alright, now we take the pasta out and put it into this pan. And then we just toss it a few times. Oh look, some of the ravioli I think burst, unfortunately. So, like I said, not a pro at this, guys. I'm really not. That one's screwed. That one's totally screwed. I think there's 5 I can use. Like I said, I'm not a good cook. I guess I just try. Alright, well, we got 5 semi-serviceable ones. Oh shit. Alright. So now you just put Parmesan cheese all over it. And then what I like to do, just drizzle a bit of olive oil and some fresh crystal salt. Now, I know I messed up, and I know many of them didn't come out the way I wanted, but I'm sure it'll taste good. Check the description for what I think, because you know what? No, I'll do it even though I'm running out of battery. I'll taste test it, but I was just gonna say, it's not about making it 100% right. It's just because these were beets and they never get old. It's very good. Very nice. Despite my mistakes, it turned out good. The main area I messed up was the sealing of the actual raviolis. It's possible you have to use like an egg wash on the sides so it sticks, and I didn't do that. I should have paid more attention to the recipes. But it turned out good. If I had to do one thing, I'd probably just do prunes because I think dates are a bit too sweet. But it's very good, especially with the Parmesan cheese. Thank you for watching, and like I said, beets, they never get old. Saucy Boy out.